Hi everyone, it's Global Scholarships and I'm your host Az. I hope you're all doing well. And today we are here with another live stream. If you're new here, we do this every Friday on both Facebook and YouTube. So if you're watching this on Facebook and you're interested in seeing about more scholarship opportunities, we do have a YouTube channel. You might want to check it out. We share a lot of informative stuff. For example, this Wednesday we share a video about top 7 most affordable universities in the United States, and it looks like it's going to be a popular one. So if you're interested, you might want to head over to YouTube. Now we do this every Friday, usually 2 hours later than this, but this week is a special case. Of also, I kind of need to leave early, a little bit early, so it's going to be today. We're going to see 4 scholarships, and of course, I'm here joined by Ayman. Hi, Ayman. How are you doing?
Hi, Az. I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
Thank you very much. I'm also doing fine. So, guys, as always, we go over a couple of scholarship opportunities that I've picked for today. At any point, if you have any questions, could be about a specific scholarship, it could be about a university, it could be about in general, maybe a problem you have with studying abroad. Just feel free to ask them whenever you feel like, and we'll do our best to answer them for you. Don't wait for me to finish what I'm talking about. Okay, just ask your questions. Other than that, we're gonna start with our first scholarship of the day. Let's not waste more time. Now, the first scholarship of the day is undergraduate Chinese program scholarships at Shanghai Jiatong University. Now, pretty much every week we do a scholarship in China because I believe a lot of you are interested in, like, for example, for especially like bachelor's, full funding bachelor's program scholarships. And we have a lot of those in China. We do not have a lot of like full funding bachelor scholarships in like United States or Europe. There are a lot of there are many of those. So we usually have like Chinese scholarships, and I see a lot of people who are interested in studying in China. Now, this is for bachelors. It's in Shanghai Jiatong University. All right, and now the deadline is a little close. Like you have a short time period window. So if you're interested, you might want to be quick about that. Now, as you can see, like most Chinese scholarships we see, this is also like multi-tiered. We have like first class scholarships, second class scholarships, and third class. Hang on, I once again forgot to share the link. Here's the link for the scholarship. If you're interested, you can use this to go and see the scholarship. Now, as you can see, for third class recipients, we have accommodation subsidy and insurance. For second class, we have tuition fees, accommodation subsidy, and insurance. And for first class scholarships, we have tuition fees, accommodation, insurance, and an allowance. So, as I said, it's multi-tiered, different for different students. Now, the university, Shanghai Jiatong University, is kind of a large-ish school. We have other scholarships as well. It's a good school in China. It's an old school, more than like 100 years old. So if you want to study in China, this might be a good pick for you. Here, as you can see, we have all the information that you might need for this school, like overview, admissions, and like deadlines. You have deadlines here. We have, as you can see, a tuition fees which are not that high in China, about like a couple of $1,000, maybe for more expensive programs like $10,000. We already have a question. I want a scholarship to take master in law, and I want your opinion about that. Now, one thing you can do about that is to go to our website, our homepage, right? Okay, so and say, let's say law. You want to study law, right? Okay, there are no nothing turned up for that, but you can just hit enter, right? And as you can see, this is our database. Let me show you how to use our database. Now, you can go here and in subjects, type of law, and choose this, right? Now, as you can see, we have 3,000 ish scholarships. Now you can choose here master's degree, all right, 2,000 of those. And for example, if you have a specific location in mind, maybe in United States, Australia, and etc., you can just choose that. And or if you want to apply right now, like you want scholarships that are open right now, you can just choose currently open here. And as you can see, there are hundreds, because most of them are graduate assistantships. If you don't know what a graduate assistantship is, it's basically you kind of work in the university, maybe as a research assistantship, maybe as a teaching assistant, maybe as a research assistant or teaching assistant, and you get tuition fees covered, you get it's in the United States, by the way, you get a stipend and etc. But there are others as well. There are fellowships. As you can see, one scholarship here for Ukrainian students, Paris scholarships, and etc. Let me just share the link, and so you can see the ones that are available for you to apply right now. Our search tool is really good. I use it all the time to find scholarships, to talk about, to make videos about. And there are no, as you can see, there are no like payment, there are no pricing, etc. There is no registration because it's completely free to use. You can just go to our website and use the tool. Other than that, if you have any other specific questions, maybe we can help you with that. Ayman, maybe you can take care of the part where our viewer said, I want your opinion about that. Maybe you can have, like, you have a certain tip or advice for our viewer here. Yeah, I can see your Zoom being muted once again. That happened last week too. I'm not sure why. If Zoom is muting you, or is my system muting you, but your microphone is muted. Okay, so I'm waiting for Ayman to come online. I think there's a technical issue. I think he'll be back when he can. So meanwhile, let me just talk about this scholarship a little bit more until Ayman is available to answer with his advice. So anyway, this is the school, right? It's a good school. We have the tuition fees and deadlines, and if you want to see where the university is, you can just look here. It's in China, it's in Shanghai, obviously. Now, one thing I can say about Shanghai is that these amounts that this scholarship covers, I'm pretty sure he will be back quite soon. This covers, like, these amounts are absolutely not enough to cover your living expenses in Shanghai. Shanghai is kind of an expensive place to live in. Now here we can see the university, and yeah, if you want to study in China, it's a very good university, pretty much. So this is the university. Again, we have seen the scholarship, but if you want to learn more about the scholarship, you can just click here under eligibility criteria to go to the university's page for this scholarship. And as you can see, now this is for undergraduate Chinese programs. So if you want to study a Chinese program here, you can get the scholarship. But if you want to study a English or French program, they also have a pretty much the same scholarship for those students as well. As you can see, it's pretty much the same. We have 3 different classes, and we have criteria. It's pretty much the same criteria, but as you can see, scholarship decision is based on the comprehensive ranking of applicants' both academic and interview performance. So whether you get a scholarship, and which class you get, kind of depends, I guess, is based on that. This is how it's decided. As you can see, now this is important. The university does not provide you with a free dormitory, but it gives you an accommodation subsidy. It's around 1,000 Chinese wons per month. Now, normally I think it's kind of enough, but I would double check for Shanghai. Shanghai is a very like urban, like very dense urban city, so rents might be a little bit higher than expected. So I would check that. Anyway, this is the scholarship, undergraduate Chinese program scholarships at Shanghai Jietong University. Again, if you want to study English or study an English or French program, they also have a scholarship for that too. So yeah, that's it. Normally, this would be where I ask for Ayman's opinion, whether he has anything to add about the scholarship. Um, okay, so I get a message from Ayman. I think he has a technical issue. He will be right back, and he'll be message me when he can. He apologizes. I apologize as well. He will be here to help you with your questions. Anyway, let's see if we have any questions on Facebook front. No, we do not. So, okay, I am going to move on to our next scholarship of the day right now, which is, let's see, it's university scholarships at George Mason University. Let me share the link before I forget. Now, even though Ayman is not here to join us right now, if you have any questions, just feel free to ask them in the chat, and he will be able to answer them whenever he comes back. All right? I'm pretty sure he will be back soon. Maybe we should boot. Okay, he's back. Ayman, can you hear me right now? You're okay.
Yes.
Yes, I can hear
Can
you
you
now.
hear me? All right.
I can hear you now. Hang on, let me see. Can you give me a sound check, please, to make sure our viewers can hear you?
All right. Sound check, sound check.
Okay, I think our live stream is getting your voice right now. So, what is your advice for our viewer who wants to study, take a master's course in law, and he wants our opinion? Also, sorry, if our viewers can let me know to make sure if they can hear Ayman, that would make it easier for you to get his opinion. So yeah, sorry, Ayman, go ahead.
Yeah, so it's the same thing I say every week. So if you need help, we need more details as to where you want to study, your overall financial situation. Are you expecting full funding? Are you just looking up for scholarships that would cover your tuition or part of it? So there's that. For the most part, if students want to study in the United States, it's really difficult when it comes to law. And also like law is a subject where studying it abroad is somewhat difficult because then, for example, if you study in the UK, you would study um, British law or Scots law, and then you'd have to practice law in that country. So you can't
Yeah,
practice law outside that country, and it's very tricky when it comes to subjects like law. Uh, that's why you don't find as many scholarships for law as far as international students are concerned, because uh, the expectation is always that you would go back to your home country. And if you come to a country where you study law and you'd have to practice law within that country, um, most countries don't want that. So they want international students to come get a degree, pay money, and then go back. And even if they fund part of their education, they don't expect them to stay, and that's why finding scholarships for law is um quite hard. I would say like this is just my opinion as far as that's concerned,
Mhm.
but um you may you may find some opportunities that I don't know of.
Okay, thank you very much. That was
Yeah.
a very good insight. Yeah, I didn't think of that really. Um, so now we'll see today two more scholarships after this one. They're both available for masters and PhD students. Sorry, one is just for masters. And as you can see, there are no specific subjects for any of those. So if the university is offering a law degree, you can just use those scholarships to study. Thank you very much. You're welcome. If you have any other questions, we'll be happy to try and help you. Now, again, back to the scholarship. This is for bachelors. It's in George Mason University in the United States. It's full tuition. I wish it was a full funding scholarship because, again, as I said, there are not many of those, and the ones that are open right now, we've seen them quite recently. I don't want to redo the same ones very frequently, and since I decided to do a full tuition, I chose one in United States because United States is where the tuition fees are like provide the most like the largest financial barrier, I guess. So of course, like you also have to like provide like cover your living expenses, maybe with a part-time job, maybe with another scholarships. But again, like that might be 12 up to $20,000 a year, maybe. But like as you can see, like here, the tuition fees can go up to 40, 50, $60,000. So I choose to usually for full tuition, I choose usually United States universities, and that like it's the most popular destination for all of you, I guess. Anyway, so this is in George Mason University. There are just 20 recipients for this, but it's not a very large university. As you can see, deadline, you still have time. It covers a financial aid package containing a full tuition scholarship for 4 years and access to various resource materials via the University Scholar Lounge. Now, the university, it's in Virginia, if I remember correctly. It's larger than I remember, sorry. As you can see, we have more information here, like the admission, like the deadlines, and tuition. As you can see, like the last one we saw in China had a tuition fee about like a tenth of this. This is about $40,000 if you want to study bachelor's. Hang on. And if you want to see where the university is, let's see. Now, it's not a very high quality education institution. It's here in Virginia, but as far as I know, it's a very good research university, and they also have like graduate assistantships as well. So if you're interested in that, like maybe to stay at the university to have like do masters, PhD, and etc., it might be a good like if you especially have a particular research in mind, research subject in mind. So it might be a good university for you. Anyway, this is the university. So there isn't much to say about this scholarship. It basically covers your tuitions. Academically outstanding students who are offered a 4-year full tuition scholarship to the university. You can read this page to learn more. It's under here under eligibility criteria. And you need to be able to submit admission application to the Honors College by early action deadline. That's important. You can just click here and go to the University Scholarships page to see, like maybe you can watch this video about other university scholars and get more information. But basically, in its essence, it's a full tuition scholarship in Virginia, United States. Not a very expensive place, but again, kind of like East Coast is a little bit expensive, on the expensive side. So yeah, I would have a plan to cover my living expenses too. So anyway, that's it. Eamon, do you want to add anything about this?
Mm,
Oh, no.
yeah,
Okay.
no, not really. So, you've covered everything, I guess. It remains a very, very competitive scholarship with only 20 recipients. Um, so, although I would think that this is a university that not many international students would apply to, um, at least as far as my experience with international application, I have seen the students apply to all kinds of colleges, but I have never come across this one. So I would say it's less competitive from an international student point of view or side. It still remains a competitive scholarship nonetheless.
Yeah. I mean, as long as a scholarship gives you around about, I don't know, let's say 100,000, more than $100,000 worth of aid, I guess it will be competitive nonetheless. So yeah, thank you very much for that. As I can see, there are no new questions on either side. So I'm going to move on to our third scholarship of the day, which is it's scholarships for international master students at Changchun University. It's in Taiwan. Let me share the link now for our viewer who asked about master's scholarship. This is one, for example, for masters. You didn't specify a place, but Taiwan might be interesting for you. This is for masters. It's in Changchun University. It's full funding. There are no specific nationalities or subjects. Admission deadline, sorry, is May 26th, so you don't have a lot of time if you want to like seize this opportunity. You should apply soon. What it covers, it's full funding. It covers full tuition and credit fees waiver, free on-campus accommodation. This is not accommodation subsidy, by the way. You get the accommodation like dorm and etc. A stipend of 6,000 new Taiwanese dollars per month. And if you are an outstanding student, I believe this is determined with a GRE test. You can get up to 12,000 new Taiwanese dollars extra per month. So the university, it's in Taiwan. It's quite close to Taipei. As you can see, it's not a very large university, but it has 3 other scholarships as well. And you can get more information here about the admissions, about the deadlines. As you can see, the tuition fees are not as high as the ones in, it's less than a tenth of the university we just saw in United States. So quite more affordable, and Taiwan is in general more affordable than other places, like maybe even in Asia, like Japan or South Korea, and still it offers quite a, well, on a higher side of the quality of education. So if you wonder where is the university, let's see the university. It's in Taiwan, as you can see. There it is. It is in Taiwan. It's on the northernmost part of Taiwan. And this is the university. So if you want to study in Taiwan, I believe it's kind of a, like, not as popular as Japan or South Korea maybe, but it's getting more popular. Our videos about Taiwan are getting more interest. And I think kind of it's getting a more and more logical choice, since it's not as expensive as those countries. So yeah, this is the university. Now the scholarship, if you want to learn more about the scholarship, under the eligibility criteria, of course, you need to be able to meet the required English proficiency test score. You can just click here and go to the university's website and see about the scholarship here. This is the one. As you can see, there are more for doctoral students, for undergraduate students, there are Taiwan government scholarships in this website page. But one we are talking about today is masters. As you can see, 2-year maximum tuition waiver. It covers tuition waiver if you are fully sponsored by CGU or fully sponsored by both potential supervisor and CGU. It's pretty much the same. As you can see, tuition waiver, free on-campus accommodation, it's quad room and monthly stipend, and opportunity for extra monthly stipend up to 12,000 new Taiwanese dollars. And as you can see, and these are the TOEFL scores, and this is the for extra scholarship for outstanding students. And you can even see what kind of an extra scholarship you can get based on the score you have. For example, if you get 165, we'll get an extra 7,000 new Taiwanese dollars. So it's very clear. There isn't that much of a room like vagueness about the scholarship. It's quite clear what it has and what it offers. So yeah, for example, if you want to do your master's in Taiwan, which I believe is a good idea, this is a good scholarship for you. The university is not a very extremely large or very high ranking university, but you can still get a quality education for with an affordable scholarship. So yeah, Eamon, do you want to add anything about this one?
Yeah, so I think the people who watch us every week would know what I'm about to say. It's just
Yeah,
that
yeah, that's right.
for countries that are non-English speaking, don't always rely on the English website. Although this one seemed to have been updated yesterday. So it doesn't say what page was updated, but at least the website itself is being looked after and they're updating it, so that's a good sign. Other than that, it's just a typical scholarship for that part of Asia in general, or for most Asian countries, I guess, because I see that in South Korea, or yeah, for the most part in South Korea, where they give extra scholarships for English proficiency or for certain tests like the GRE. Um, yeah, so I think it's very typical. There's that part where there's either a monthly stipend or a stipend that is based on an assistantship. So there is no detail on what the criteria for each is.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but we can assume that probably students who are enrolled in um, programs requiring assistantships, they would be employed as assistants and then get the monthly stipend accordingly. For others, I guess they would just get it, but I'm not sure if it's just on a first come, first served basis or just merit in general. So students who do better would just get the monthly stipend, and students who did less good than the others would have to work for it, basically.
Yeah, yeah, I think it makes sense. And I believe this might be hang on. This might be the aforementioned quad room, although I cannot surely say that. I think there's one more bunker. Yeah. Anyway, so if you're interested in studying in Taiwan, I think this is a good scholarship. Other than that, I cannot see any new questions on either side. Again, guys, if you have any questions at any point, just feel free to ask them. They don't have to be about the specific scholarship we are talking about or the school, or it could be about just anything that is related to studying abroad. It could be about any problem that you have about studying abroad. We'll do our best to answer them for you. Now, I'm going to move on to our next and the last scholarship of the day, which is a graduate assistantship in the United States. Let me share the link with you. Okay, that's right. Now, again, for our viewer, if they are still here, this is a graduate assistantship, for example, that you might be able to utilize to study law in United States as a master's student. This is for master's and PhD students. It's Loyola University Chicago. It's full funding. There are no specific nationalities or subjects, and the deadline is June 30. So you still have time. It covers tuition scholarships. It covers health insurance, which is extremely important in the United States. And for a 9-month stipend, it covers $28,000, and for 12, it covers $34,000 stipend. So the university, let's say a little bit more about the university. It's not an extremely large university. It's in Chicago. We'll see about that. As you can see, we have, like, if you are interested, you can see the admission process here. You can see deadline here. As you can see, this is the average tuition, about $20,000. This university gives you tuition scholarships. So if you're interested, that might cover your entire tuition. So the university, where is the university? Let's see it. It's here, right? It's sponsored, but it's the same one. Yeah, here it is. It's in Chicago, closer to East Side. It's next to Lake Michigan. University link, of course. You can use that. Also use that link to, like, here is the scholarship, right? You can just click on the university to go to the university. Or do you mean the university's link for the scholarship? Because then it's here. But let me just put both. It's quite easy. So this is the university. If you want to see the university's page for the scholarship, you can just go here. I guess that wouldn't be a problem. We're gonna see these quite soon. Oh, we already have it here. Anyway, so this is the university, right? It's kind of an old university in Chicago. It has some like a Catholic school. It's a Christian school, I believe. So it's kind of a large-ish university. I really like the architecture. Chicago can be quite expensive too. You're welcome. So I would keep that in mind. Anyway, this is the university, right? So this scholarship, it's a graduate assistantship. Graduate assistantships are kind of, all of them are quite similar, but this one has more aid for you. Some of them, for example, they have lower stipends. They sometimes maybe cover half of your tuitions. Maybe sometimes they don't provide you with health insurance, but this does. And as you can see here, this is the university's page. You can just come here and see graduate assistantships here. It's pretty much the same information. As you can see, graduate assistantships are divided into teaching assistantships and research assistantships. So you work around up to 20 hours per week, and you get financial aid. That's basically it if you want to learn more. Now, one thing about graduate assistantships is they're kind of close to being employed. So they have a lot of details about the application procedure, about the, like, how you work, like your, like, what procedures you have to go through to become an assistant. But I wouldn't see that as a negative, but it's also because it also kind of filters out a lot of people that cannot kind of navigate their way through all the procedures. So I think it's quite a good experience to see, like, okay, here's the information. I need to to apply for an employment at a university. Like if you can get through these and if you can get experience in like applying for employment, that's a very good experience that will be very beneficial for you in the future. So yeah, kind of a detailed thing to do though. Anyway, so that's the scholarship. It's a graduate assistantship. We do one every week. I think they're a good way to study abroad. You finished your basic education, bachelor's degree, and now you want to maybe have a little bit more experience, a little bit more financial aid that you can get. So you can use these opportunities to go and study in the United States in some very good schools and get more experience of working in university too. Anyway, Edmund, do you want to add anything about this one?
This one in particular, I don't think there's anything to add. It's basically similar to all the graduate assistantships we do every single week. So for those, like, it's important to note that although it's not the case for this one, but there are certain assistantships where there are other requirements that the students have to meet. Mainly English proficiency. Sometimes the admission requirement is lower than that of graduate assistantships because to be a graduate assistantship, a graduate assistant, and to teach, you need a certain level of proficiency in English in order to teach other people. So the requirements would be higher as far as that's concerned, and then sometimes there are additional tests that students have to sit for before they're accepted for these positions. So that they're not just given like that. There's a certain process when it comes to graduate assistantships, and they're basically jobs. The university posts like an opening, and then students would apply for that, and then some of them would be selected.
Right. So thank you very much. We have another question from Facebook. Environmental Science Scholarship Program for Master. Any idea? Now, this is again, you can use our search tool. As you can see, like Masters Environmental Science currently open, full funding, and it has 62. I suspect most of them would be graduate assistantships, ones that are probably similar to the graduate assistantship we just saw. But as you can see, there are others as well, so maybe you might be interested in those. Why does it say 0 there? 0 fully funded. No, there's not. There are 62 of those I can see. I'm not sure why it says 0. There are around 60. Ayman, do you have anything you might want to advise to our viewer here? They say Environmental Science Scholarship Program for Masters. Any idea?
Yeah, as far as master's funding, it's very scarce. Like, there aren't that many opportunities for people who want to pursue a master's degree. I think you would have more opportunities as an undergraduate student or as a PhD student for master's programs. Although, yeah, there is funding, but as you can see on this page, like, it's for the most part graduate assistantships. I can't really add more without knowing where they want to study.
Or maybe where they are from. For example, we have one with First Educational Trust at Durham University, which covers pretty much everything. But you need to be from, I believe, Southern Africa. I guess. Hang on, I've seen this one. Let me just see. Yeah, Southern Africa is defined. Yeah. This is aims to enable Southern African students from historically disadvantaged backgrounds to undertake postgraduate study at Durham University. This is for master students. It's not like a graduate assistantship or anything, but you need to be from Southern Africa. So if you can maybe give us more information about that, we might be able to help you more. So yeah, that's it, guys. This was the last one of the scholarships that we're gonna see today. If we have any other questions, feel free to ask them. I'm gonna have a moment of lull here before we end the live stream. So if you have any other questions, just feel free to ask them. We'll do our best to answer them for you. But otherwise, we will wrap up our live stream here. And again, if you watch this on Facebook, maybe the live stream, or maybe you're seeing this as a VOD, we do have a YouTube channel. We share a lot of informative stuff there. We share our live streams there, our clips from live streams, our currently open scholarship videos, or more video essay type informative things. For example, this Wednesday we shared a video about top 7 most affordable universities in the United States, or we have a lot of those. So if you're interested in studying abroad, if you are interested in getting more information about studying abroad or scholarships, you might want to join, you might want to head over and see our YouTube channel. Other than that, yeah, this is it for today. I'm not seeing any new questions. Thank you very much, guys, for being here and joining us. And if you're watching this as a VOD after the live stream, again, thank you very much for watching us. Ayman, thank you again for joining me here today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Okay, guys, starting from the next week, we'll be here every Friday, 2 hours later than this. So, yeah, that's it. See you guys and have a nice week. Bye.